All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw. And it's the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Jack Brooks is with us today, and it's time to talk with the chief of the Ocean. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the chief of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, Erich Becker. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning. How are you?
All right, I know today is June 1st. The sun is shining, and you're having your test. And how's things going down there, Erich?
Things are going great. We're at 18th Street in Ocean City. We had a pretty good turnout, about 55 participants come down for today, and it's really good conditions. It's beautiful out.
Erich, we talked. I spoke with you during the week about. I spoke with you during the week about the competition for the jobs, and the more that you have, the more people that you have try out. You only have 20 spots, I guess.
It's in that ballpark, 20-ish. We had 164 guards return this year from last year, which sounds like a big number, and it is. We're thrilled for it. So we only need 20 to 25.
And Jack Brooks is here with us in the studio. Jack, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol. You've been a part of many tests, but this is the beginning of a career for a young teenager.
It is, and it was for me. Erich, I was sharing with them 50 years ago today. I was one of the 16-year-olds on the beach, and the rest, as they say, is history. And there's some people that are happy that I'm history, but I'm glad we can continue the rapport, the alumni. Ocean City has a culture that is fantastic, as all beach patrols do. And you've done a great job in leadership. I think testimony to that is when people come back because they want to come back each year. 168 that are returning.
That's
Erich,
a good number.
That's I've been around a long time. That's a huge number.
It's a big number. And I'll tell you, the Beach Patrol, and Jack, you'll probably back me up. It becomes a family. There's a culture here. We take care of each other. We look forward to seeing each other. The job's the best. It's the best job ever.
What other job do you compete to get?
Right.
I mean,
Well,
like
some professional
physically
sports
compete to get. Yeah, pro sports and beach patrol and the culture, and then again, sitting so close to somebody else all summer. Listen, I've met some people I can't stand for 8 minutes, but then there's other people I could go away for 8 weeks on a vacation.
Right.
So there's all kinds on the beach patrol. I think that's also what makes it unique.
That's right. I love it.
Now, Erich, last year, when we cover the Beach Patrol, we do the Beach Patrol report. We get the races. We get the race schedule. It came out not too long ago. Jack has the race schedule. The first big races are Friday the 12th, which is the Longport and the Cape May or the Cape May counties, right? On Friday, February 12th. Do you start preparing for that stuff right away, or you give it some time?
We have to give it a little bit of time. I'll tell you, I think this is a year for our team. We have the Oves boys, which have been training hard. Matt and AJ. So it might be their year this year, but I don't know if we're ready to make that first one, but we'll have to see.
Now, the Oves, I mean, they talk about a family that is Mr. Oves was a great rower for Ocean City back in the day.
That's the grandfather.
The grandfather, not Chris Oves. Chris Oves, his father,
and
right?
The brother.
Yeah,
I knew Tom.
So,
There was a Tom Oves.
Yep, Tom Senior, and
Yep.
So it is a family history, and also you got on Tuesday the 16th, you got the Ocean City women's race, and the women are tough competitors too, right?
Yeah. I get to cover the Friday races because I'm a one-man band, Jack.
Right.
I can't count on you all the time.
Can't count on me all the time, but most
You
of the time.
got to raise that pay.
But I do get down there the Friday nights throughout the summer, and it's great to see, especially when the out-of-town races start. It's great to see all the beaches coming together. And Chief Erich, we talk about this all the time. The competition. There's nothing like it on the beach.
It's a free ticket.
Yeah.
It's a free ticket. It's so great and so fun to watch. It's very enjoyable. I love it.
So So Friday, July 12th is the Bash and Callahans in North Wildwood, and then I call it the AFC and NFC championships because in Longport, just the Absecon Beach Patrols in the Longport, the first race in Longport. That's just Brigantine, the Atlantic City, Ventnor, Margate and Longport, and then of course you guys are down at the Bastion Callahan's on the 12th of July, and I'm looking forward to that.
Eric, it's Michael here. I got a quick little question for you. I can tell you that even though the season is just starting right now, they're doing their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I was on 5th Street over last weekend with my son was home from Cleveland, Reed with his girlfriend who's never been on Jersey Beach.
Right.
She grew up in Dayton, and we're walking the beach, and she wanted to walk on the jetty. Right on 5th Street. So we took a walk out. She goes, "There's no signs." I said, "No, we're really not supposed to." She goes, "There's no signs." I said, "Come on, we got to do it quick." Within 30 seconds, lifeguard comes over. He's blowing.
Excellent.
He's get off the jetty. She goes, "What's going to happen now?" Like she thought the world was
gonna get
going to do
arrested?
it. Yeah, it was like we just got to get off the jetty.
No,
but
that's
they're doing their job.
But Chief Becker, that's what you and Jack, you'll agree with me. That's why they're there to protect the bathers. People from out of town don't know where to swim.
They don't. I mean, our guards are responsible for the ocean, the rocks, the back beach management, the helping the pregnant lady with the 3 kids. They know that's what people expect, and that's what we expect. And they're doing it, and they're enjoying it.
And no finer
So
town
I'm not surprised to hear that. That's great.
Ocean City is a family resort. You're absolutely right. And I think that's part of what the guards do, too, is they care for the families. They have a lot of rapport with people that come down, and it's so much fun. It really is. And I'll tell you, for me, the few magic moments, like Mike was indicating, I have had people come down to the beach, and the kids are standing there, and the parent comes over, tears in their eye literally, says, "This is the first time my kids have ever seen the ocean."
Wow.
Now, we take it for
granted you
living
live
in the
here,
shore
yeah.
communities. But you can't forget stuff like that. I mean, it really is those magic moments.
And also, Chief Becker, we were talking with Chief Becker, the Ocean City Beach Patrol. Personality it has a lot. You guys have a personality. Like, you interview them. Back in the day, they'd interview the guys and see what their personalities are
Otherwise,
like.
you wouldn't have been on.
But that comes into play, right?
Personality is huge. If you ever had the chance to go to my workshop, everybody has to be onboarded here. So I have a PowerPoint display. My second slide is the word jerk with a line through it. If you don't fit in, we don't want you here. I offer them $250 to leave if they don't think that they fit in. I say, just come up to me afterwards. I'll pay you to leave. Because personality, and I mean it, personality plays in a lot. We all have to get along. We are a family.
Yeah.
What are the other aspects of the test, though? Because, there's an interview. What was the first thing they had to do in that 62-degree water today?
Wow.
The first thing they had to do was a 800-meter run in under 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
That's to get in the test.
Wow.
Because that's the standard to come back. Yeah.
That's to get in. If you don't beat that time, you're automatically disqualified for any more of our tryouts. But to return as a guard, that's a minimum standard.
And then what else? What are some of the other things that they have to go through?
As a returning guard, the state regulates a minimum of a 500-meter swim under 10 minutes. So we follow the state guidelines. And then for the swim today, they're doing a box swim, which is roughly about 500 meters.
So for our listeners that aren't familiar, so they run down the beach, they swim out. It's like a rectangle. Right? So they the 2 flags, right?
Yep.
Exactly. And they do the same pass with a paddle board. They all have identical paddle boards. And then there's a surf dash where they run. They all start up on the beach. They run into the water, tag the flag, and come back.
And that's the most real. It's the most reflective of what a rescue is like.
It exactly is, and it really does take a lot of your energy to do it, especially after doing the run and the paddle prior to that. And then at the very end, of the last thing they have to do, other than an interview, Bill, is they have a 500-meter erg for time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Erg it up.
So
looking for those rowers.
We're looking for the rowers. We used to use the boats, but the erg is working out well for us, so we're sticking with it.
Hey, Eric, it's Michael. Getting back to, I've been in Ocean City now for like 29 years, and you have different streets. I get it, but from like 6th Street to 14th Street, you're going to get the majority of what I call the day trippers.
Right.
The people that may not be familiar with the ocean. So Do you try to spread your veterans around those blocks, or it doesn't work like that? You have veterans spread all throughout the whole town.
Well, generally the downtown, that's our zone 2, which is where most of the guards want to work, the veterans and the newer rookies, because it is where most of the action is. So we really strategically try to have a veteran at each one of those beaches. We do. It's no joke. Hundreds of rescues a year on this island, hundreds of medicals on the island. We want that experience downtown for sure.
Well, Chief Becker, you've been doing a great job with the Ocean City Beach Patrol. I know you're busy today. We wanted to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day, out of your schedule today, to come into the talk with us here in the locker room, and we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on the beach at the races.
Yeah, I look forward to it, too. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, there he is, the chief of the Ocean City Beach Patrol on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Jack, once the races start, man, it's it. You're here. It's there.
That's right. It is. And
you got the schedule.
Oh, the schedule. There's 37 races.
All told.
All told. I remember when there was the big 3.
Right,
You had what would start out in Wildwood, went to Margate, and then the South Jersey Championships, like we talked last week,
right.
It'll be in Brigantine. That's the race schedule that we used to have. Today, there's racing all the time. On any given Friday, they can go and see it. And what's interesting, too, is the team, the Beach Patrol, the culture, the kids jumping in to help go retrieve the boat. Like, this is their team. It's like the 5,500 man.
Well,
the support they get from the people that they
we see it
at
the races. Like, they carry the guys off. Like, who was it last year?
They literally picked the boat
up with the rowers in it, and they carried it. And it was great. Well, I remember when the single rower from Margate. Hold on, I'll look for it here.
One of the Funks?
No. I'm sorry, not Margate. Seal City. Oh my God, what's his name? Let me look. Seal. No, Danny Rogers. When he won his first singles a couple years back.
Yeah.
Seal hadn't won in a long time.
Long time.
You remember the reaction? It was like game 7. It was like a game 7 victory. It was like.
I can still hear the shout. See
They went nuts, Mike. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are there certain cities that are going to be in the top 3 year in and year out? Or is it one of those things that like last year, Brigantine, did anybody see that coming?
Yeah, well, you saw it build because all right, let's look like Sean and Ric Flair from Seattle City or from Atlantic City. They're perennial. They're great rowers. Nagel and Gillian from Avalon, the Jack and Joe Seville from Brigantine. Mike McGrath and Sean Duffy from Longport. They're always good every year. Margate, Smallwood, and Bechtel. Ocean City, you said Matt and AJ O's.
Yeah.
They're going to be
wide open is what you're saying.
Yeah, but the competition is so tight.
It is tight now, and there's a lot more beach patrols putting an effort in it because it's such a visible thing, It's the way you measure success. But think of it in terms of watching a good college basketball program, and you see a kid that's a freshman that comes in, maybe changes the game for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden now he's a senior, and he's lighting it up, and everybody's saying he came out of nowhere. No, he put 4 years in to learning the craft and how to play as a team. Jay Wright was great with that with Villanova, but he wanted him there for a long time.
Wildwood Crest, Bakey, and Klecko, they're an up-and-coming crew. They've been very competitive.
So these kids that missed last year, one of the strongest desires for me as a rower, I was short a couple of years. Just missing. And, boy, I just kept coming back and saying, I'm going to catch somebody.
Right.
And then I beat the great Ron Kirk.
Did you really?
And that is how I wound up rowing the out-of-town races. And it wasn't Ron and I are great friends. It was just one of those things that I think it was, a shifting, a changing of the guard, that the perennials are not automatic.
Pun intended.
They do a lot of competition, inter-squad, inter-beach patrol, to determine who goes and represents the city out of town.
It's going to be a lot of fun, Jack.
I
just named off a few names, but I didn't even talk about some of the swimmers.
Whetting the appetite, so to speak. and our feet aren't even in the water yet.
Not even at all. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors is the best of Philly, best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. When you get down there, say hello to Jason. He delivers, and also Chet. They're great guys down there. All right, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Jack Brooks, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.